Welcome back, everybody, to the Now Morning Show here on TTT. A familiar face with us this morning, Inspector Sheridan Hill of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. We are going to talk about recruiting in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. But before that, I saw you were sitting down there and you were looking at some of our athletes who competed at the Special Olympics. What are your thoughts?
Well, thank you very much for having me, Trinidad and Tobago. A very proud moment. Indeed, I was very, ecstatic and happy, excited, for the participants in the Special Olympics. They did exceptionally well.
57 medals.
Exactly.
And hopefully corporate Trinidad and Tobago can get involved. And
I certainly hope so. Very inspiring. Yeah. Very inspiring.
All right, so we're going to talk about recruiting in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. What do we need to know?
So you must be a national of Trinidad and Tobago. You must have a driver's permit, driver's license, 5 O-levels, English, and 4 other
So math isn't compulsory?
Math isn't compulsory.
Okay.
So it's English and 4 other O-levels. And a very important point, we no longer going to have 5 and 10 and 15, 20,000 people in the National Stadium. So, trying to get into the police service, that's the traditional way. We've gone a different route now. So now you go to the Police Training Academy. It's no longer the barracks. Police Training Academy. Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. you walk with your documents.
And that's it? Well, what is the process when you go in there?
So you bring your documents, they keep your documents on file, and they contact you at the appropriate time.
So do you have to be 18 years?
You have to be 18 years.
18 years.
Yeah. It's between 18 and 35.
So if I'm a little bit over 35 and want to join the police service, think I have something to give back?
Yeah. We're happy that you have something to give back, but the law requires that you must be between 18 and 35 years old. And we want to tell people that, there's a career in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. The Trinidad and Tobago Police has evolved. There are a number of specialist units within the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So some of my colleagues say you can have a career within a career. You can be a career police officer, but we have all these specialist units. The Special Branch, the Criminal Investigations Department, the Financial Investigations Bureau, the Professional Standards Bureau, the Anti-Corruption, and there are several specialist units within the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
But so how long would it take if somebody applied to be in the police service? Okay,
so it depends. Now we're recruiting twice per annum. So we have 2 intakes annually, and it depends on the number of persons who have satisfied the requirements and priority for persons who have been applied first and so on.
And how many people on average do they recruit?
Generally it's around 150. But over the years you've had intakes of much more and within the recent past much less. But generally it's around 150 officers.
You see, something that has been in the news of recent is that of the polygraph testing.
Yes, and that is part of the requirement.
So you have to go through that polygraph test.
So we want to ensure, or we take all the necessary steps to ensure that the character of the persons who are applying to be police officers, they are the highest standard. So apart from all the medical examinations, there's a psychometric test as well as a polygraph test.
And these things would come after you pass the initial stage?
The initial stage, exactly.
What is the process? So you apply at the barrack, at the police...
the Police Training Academy.
Yes. See, I was going to say barracks. It's so, people are so used to saying the barracks.
It's the Police Training Academy, and we are accredited and so on.
Yes. You see? So you apply there, and what next?
They contact you, and they ask you to come in at the appropriate time, and you start the process.
Right. So it's a simple process. You walk with the documents. What are these documents again?
So you must be a national of Trinidad and Tobago. So birth certificate, ID card, and you walk with your CSEC certificates.
And you must have 5 passes inclusive of English.
A minimum of 5 CSEC O-level passes.
And you must be between the ages of 18
and 35.
Yeah.
35. And I want to say that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, we want you. We want good. We want all those good young men and women to come and serve. You have a career in the Trinidad and Tobago Police
I've always considered getting into the police service. It is something that I always thought I would be good at, but I want to be one of those fancy investigative persons like that you see on television, like CSI and NCIS and those kind of things.
Yes, and as I mentioned, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has evolved. I think people the country would be amazed to know the different types of units, the qualifications, the training, the experience of the officers within the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
And we mentioned a short while ago some of the things that you need to apply. So you just go into the Police Training Academy in
yes,
St. James,
in St. James.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And, you know, have a conversation with them.
Definitely.
And
we're looking forward to seeing you.
Well, hopefully I may consider it. And Carrie, would you consider joining the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service?
Of course, Carrie.
Well, it's kind of late in the game for me. I mean, I'm not yet 35. I'm not yet 35.
So you're
but,
eligible.
yeah,
You're a
I'm
national
eligible.
of Trinidad and Tobago.
That's right. I'm eligible.
You have a driver's
age-wise.
permit?
Yeah, I do actually.
There you go. So you're eligible to join.
But I don't know if I'm cut out for it.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, true. You
You
never
never
know.
know.
You never
Thank
To uphold justice and peace in the country, to protect and serve.
I don't mind protecting
With
and
pride.
serving.
With pride.
With pride.
With
That's
pride.
the other- that's the
With
other.
pride. With pride.
So, Inspector Hill, thank you very much for coming on this morning. It's the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. They're looking to recruit you. So remember, you can go down to the Police Training Academy in St. James, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and get some more information on that. It is time for us to take a break, and when we come back, we have a lot more in store for you, so stay with us.